Today's podcast is basically a follow-up podcast. We've shown you 3 podcasts of surgery of animals out here that have had various surgeries, and we get a lot of viewer mail saying what happened, how's the animal doing, and today we just want to kind of do a follow-up. We want to show you the cats, show you that all 3 of them are doing well, and maybe answer a few of your questions. So we're going to take a walk over to Zabu, the white tiger. Her podcast was entitled White Tiger Surgery, and we're going to show you how she's doing now. So here's Zabu, and again, Zabu's podcast was entitled White Tiger Surgery. And a lot of people have said, why get Zabu spayed when her companion, Cameron, the male lion, has already had a vasectomy? And honestly, to tell you the truth, since Cameron still has all of his testosterone going full strength because he has not been neutered, he only had a vasectomy, and that's so he keeps his mane and he keeps his testosterone levels up, we had to spay Zabu because when she would come into season, he would become very aggressive and very protective of Zabu. So since Zabu has been spayed, any of the aggression or protectiveness that Cameron was showing, it's pretty much went away. So we had a viewer write in and they wanted to know why we wouldn't just breed Zabu, knowing that we would provide a good home for the cubs, and knowing that white tigers are a huge draw, and they would, just to have white tiger cubs here, even better white liger cubs, why wouldn't we do that so we could bring in more money to help more animals and help pay for the animals that we have here? And really, that's not even something we would think about. There are so many animals that need homes that we would never think of breeding these animals here to make more, to live in cages. And then philosophically, it's just something that's not right. You know, white tigers do have messed up genetics. They are essentially something that humans have created to have a unique animal in captivity. Wouldn't be something that would be right to do. And when you do see facilities that have white tiger cubs or liger cubs, again, that's something that you do to bring in money. That's something to have a unique attraction, and really doesn't go very far in preserving the species on a whole. It absolutely has nothing to do with saving tigers in the wild. So this guy behind me is Saber the black leopard, and his podcast was Black Leopard Gets Neutered. And of course you can see that Saber is doing fine. He's actually gained a little bit of weight since he was neutered. And one of the questions that we get a lot, and what we particularly got about Saber, is why would you neuter this animal when he actually lives in a cage by himself? And of course leopards are solitary animals, so he is by himself in the cage. He's not part of a species survival plan. But you know, we neutered Saber because he was a little bit underweight, and also we have female leopards around, and when they go into estrus, it kind of gets these guys with a high testosterone level, it gets them a little bit excited. They don't want to eat, they'd rather try to pay attention to where the female is. We do have other male leopards around, it kind of gets them a little territorial. So just to have this animal neutered, it makes him a little more content in a cage. We don't ever want to say that he's happy in a cage. Simply our goal here at Big Cat Rescue is to give them the best life in a cage possible, or in an enclosure. These animals live way longer in captivity than they do in the wild. And you know, when you have these various hormone levels going up and down, it adds to their health problems. And as they get older, it's just not something that is healthy for this animal. So just another aspect of why it's a good thing to neuter the males. That's Bella, who's behind me, and her podcast was entitled Too Many Tigers. And that was when Bella first got here and she got spayed. We got a lot of people writing in and say, well, why would you prevent this tiger from ever being able to have cubs or possibly reproduce to help the species? There are tons and tons of tigers in captivity. There are way more tigers in captivity than there are left in the wild. The thing that helps wild tigers the most is preserving their habitat. You know, tigers breed fine out in the wild. If they have enough to eat and they have spaces where they can live, then they're okay. We don't have to make more tigers in cages and try to stick them back in the wild, because basically there's no wild left. So what we need to do is preserve space, let the wild tigers that are out there that know how to survive in the wild, that know how to take care of themselves, let those guys have enough land to breed, let them have enough prey to eat. Honestly, just let them be tigers. Let them be wild tigers. So to follow up on Bella and TJ, they are actually doing great. They've got a great enclosure, they love to swim, and Bella's doing fine since her surgery. So hope this caught everyone up to date, and come visit us at bigcatrescue.org. See you soon.